Hey guys and girls, it is Matty here from Tuckerbox Design. As promised last week, I wanted to do folds in clothes and show you guys folds in clothes. It was something I obsessed over, but it is so easy. If you look at anyone's clothes and the folds in their clothes, it is so random. So you can, bearing that in mind, you can go pretty free with this sort of stuff. Some things I wanted to mention is if you keep these letters of the alphabet in mind, U, V, Y, W, and S, you're gonna get some pretty awesome folds. Now, there's definitely variations on that, but if you keep those letters in mind, you're going to be able to get down some pretty awesome folds that look very realistic. Okay, so with this drawing, there's generally a compression at the base of someone's sleeve. This guy's got a pretty baggy shirt, so there's a fair few compressions. And then you've got folds or compressions at the bottom of someone's pants. Those are always pretty prevalent, and the one I always used to forget is at the knee. There's always going to be some slight compressions there. They're not going to be as pronounced as the one at the base of the pants, but you're going to still have some fold lines there and some compressions. So all we've got to remember is when an arm is bent or a leg is bent or whatever it is, you're gonna have some fold lines. So basically all this is just a line for the sleeve. You can see me drawing it here, and then it's like a squiggly line. This particular line I got a bit overzealous with. You don't want to do that. It's just basically a smaller squiggly line there, and then the other side of the sleeve coming up. And all it is a series of V's, big V's put in, and then there you go. You've got your compression and your fold. So it looks pretty sweet after that. And yeah, you can go a bit random there, put your S's in and stuff like that. But I find that particular one works pretty good and is pretty simple to do. Okay, so here on the second drawing, I've done pretty good with this first one, but I've made a mistake here. See this straight line I've done? This is something to avoid. If you've got a fold, basically you're going to have a jagged line that I'm showing here. So try to avoid those straight lines where you can, and then you're good to go after that. It's going to look, all your folds and whatnot are going to look pretty sweet. So the best way I can describe folds is all it is a rounded over shape or a rounded out shape and a rounded in shape. So a convex shape or a rounded out shape, all you have to do is remember with that particular shape is you're going to have light falling on the rounded out shape. Now, alternatively, on this rounded in shape or the concave shape, you're going to have a bit of a shadow. So, bearing that in mind, when you color your drawing, so if you've got a rounded in shape, you put a bit of shading in there, and it's gonna look so sweet after that. So what I've done here is I've made a bit, so I expanded this guy's sleeve as a bit of an example of how to do folds. Now, as you can see, there's you can go fairly rough and ready there and put all sorts of shapes in, and then you're laughing. So this first shape is a rounded out shape. So you're going to have light falling on that particular shape. So you've got your rounded out there, that little diagram there. So your next shape is going to be a rounded in shape. And all you have to remember is you've got a bit of a shadow in there. Now, bearing in mind I went a bit overboard with the shadow, definitely went overboard. So you just want to, put a bit of shading in there. And then you're laughing. Okay, so the next shape is going to be a rounded out shape, and you've got light falling on that shape. And then after that, and it always follows this pattern, you've got a rounded in shape and you've got your shadow in there. Alright, the last thing I wanted to mention is how a fold will go over a shoe. So basically, all we've got here is the pants cascading over the shoe, and it always looks sweet when you draw this in. It's a pretty sweet thing to do. So this is another tip with your folds. Some folds look like a leaf. So this particular one here, it's so easy to do. It's just, just two lines, and with that it's a rounded in shape, and there's going to be a bit of shadow in there. So it looks pretty sweet when you do the final drawing up and you've got the shadow in there. It always looks pretty awesome. So here I'm just drawing the outside of the pants and just showing some different folds here. I think I've got an S shape here, yeah, and then I've got a V shape here, and I believe another V shape on that other side. But don't stick to, always remember, don't stick to what I've done here. Just go as random as you want, see what sort of shapes work with your folds and whatnot there. Alright guys and girls, I will leave it at that for this week. I really hope you got something out of this tutorial. I think it's going to be about a 3 or 4 part series for these folds in clothes, and I really hope it's something, you get something out of these tutorials, and it's something you can you get something that you can apply straight away to your drawings, and it really helps enhance your drawings there. Alright, I will talk to you soon, and as always, have a great week and enjoy everything you do. Practicing art, drawing your final drawings, whatever it is, if you enjoy it, you are going to go ahead in leaps and bounds. Alright, talk to you next week. See ya.